just had 2022 Immaculate release. We had the first off-the-line version that released on Friday, but now we have the new Immaculate. Immaculate's got 6 cards a box. You got really nice patches, collegiate jerseys, but the great thing about those is there's those SEC patches, there's those bowl patches, make some beautiful cards. We have Elements that came out today, which is your 3 hits per box. I think it's 5 cards per box, so it's a hit-based product. Metal on-card autos. And then you have at the end of the week, you got Score, which is a staple product. What do we need for we're starting to get a little bit of a pickup today. We saw with Elements. We saw Tyler on Whatnot doing a lot of Elements. You're doing a lot of Elements on YouTube. Do you think that football fans are starting to come around in this 2022 class, or do we, like we just said, do we need a quarterback?
I'll say 2 things. A better quarterback class would have absolutely driven these products more. But with that said, besides some of the college stuff, the pro uniform NFL stuff, we've been selling them fine. We actually can't keep them in stock. We run out of this stuff pretty fast, right? And I don't know. That's partly due to the fact that we're not getting as much as we previously were. We'd have to buy stuff on the secondary market, But with that said, football collectors they need something to get into.
Yeah, I was going to say the prices are a little bit better. You're getting a little bit more value for your buck right now.
So the prices are better, absolutely, but at the same time, there's also they're still, for some products, they're still like we talked about it previously, they're still a little bit too high too for the class that we're in.
Yeah, I feel that with this rookie class, as opposed to the last couple rookie classes, you're not going to be able to open up a product and hit a 5K card, hit a 10K card, where I feel the last couple years, out of any product, it was a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could hit a 4 or 5 figure card, no problem.
Yeah.
It seems like they were coming out of every product. You're not going to see that this year.
Even
you hit it.
It's not that high.
Yeah, you hit a card that's $500 like that. That's going to be a substantial score, but it may pick up. It's going to take one of these rookie quarterbacks to start and perform well.
But I think we're so focused on the rookies, and I know that is the main part of our hobby to get a rookie card, but because there's a kind of a cause and effect here with this, is that we've had so many good rookie classes that there's a lot of great vets right now and legends that you can collect outside of the rookie class. There's Tom Brady stuff. There's Patrick Mahomes stuff in all these products. There's Josh Allen. They may not all have autos, but there's a lot of chase within that I think people kind of disregard, right? Tom Brady singles that are numbered still do very well.
Yeah, but it's the products, and this, they're all based around the rookies. You're going 90% of the time, you're going to get a rookie auto out of a box. So if the rookies aren't performing, the value is not going to be as good.
But there's still value in the vets. I'm talking about.
There is value in the vets.
I'm talking about yin and yang.
But
here.
the vets are harder to pull.
They are, and it's. I think you're seeing some good amount of vets in Gold Standard, right? Immaculate Collegiate I know has some vets, but it's mainly rookie stuff.
I've seen a good amount of vets in all of the 2022 NFL releases.
Yeah.
There is a decent even something like I remember opening up a bunch of Legacy when it came out a couple months ago, and that stuff was loaded with some nice vet names. I was surprised by how good some of the vet stuff was. So they're definitely Panini maybe is understanding okay, maybe this draft class isn't as strong. We are gonna add a little bit more vet presence, bigger name vets, not just the lower tier vets that that people aren't really looking for. So I have noticed throughout these early 2022 products that the vets have been pretty decent.
Cody, do you see a dip on the football class when you're doing breaks on loop? Anybody talking about it, or is it just I'm going to buy my box anyway?
A little bit here and there. I think that it was tough to tell at first because you had 2021 Select, which had that mix of the 2022 class with the 2021 rookies. So there was a brief moment where I was like, everything's going to be fine. We're going to do fine. And I think there has been a little bit of a dip as it's gone strictly 2022 rookies. Just kind of, echoing what you guys are saying. It's going to take one of these guys breaking through. I think there's also just bigger things at play. It could be like Dan was alluding to at the beginning. This is a slower time. I think people are watching the news, reading the news, and maybe getting a little, grabbing that wallet a little tighter, saying, you know what, maybe I don't need to get that.
Well,
it's natural.
It takes one of those rookie quarterbacks to pop, though, and then
it's
on fire again. Desmond Ridder comes out and throws 3 touchdowns to Drake London, and the Atlanta Falcons are the they are the team to get in a random team, which is something that I don't think I've said in a long time.
That would be the dream, wouldn't it? That's really the dream. Is it's I'm not wishing anyone to get hurt or anything, or wishing anyone to lose their job. But like if Marcus Mariota gets benched or whatever, can't play,
injury prone,
and you get Desmond Ridder to Drake London, I mean that is like, and of course you got Kyle Pitts there as well, a guy who was a pretty, I mean for a tight end, a very big rookie last year. That would definitely
my guy right there.
I
really
almost
good.
feel
That's
like this
really
is the year of the receiver though so far. I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, Drake London had a big catch. I mean, we've got
Olave had a big weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
He had 100 and something
and
plus
the
yards.
the guy from the Commanders,
Dotson.
Dotson's been good.
There's a guy on the Jets.
Yeah, Wilson's been good.
Wilson.
Yeah,
And the
and
best
now he's
guy-
gonna have Wilson back. Zach Wilson.
Actually, I can't remember a year where there was so many rookie, because usually rookie receivers, it takes that first year almost like a red shirt to like understand the offense, understand the speed of the game, and then their second year they really show up.
And probably the most talented guy, Danny Gray, has actually not even really been out in the field yet. So
We don't even know who that guy is.
Once we get him out there and unleash him, watch him get involved.
Cody
this week.
has no idea who you're talking
I'm
about.
even at a loss. Yeah,
He has no idea.
Danny Gray, third round pick for the Niners. I'm wearing the hat. Yes, I know.
Wow,
Man, even as a Niner fan, I don't know if I should be upset with myself as a
no,
Niner fan.
no.
You guys should be all ashamed of
You're
yourself.
fine. You're fine.
I know
You're
who
fine.
Danny Gray is only because I pulled him in a bunch of products.
Yeah,
That's
'cause he's
it.
got a good signature. He had that 80-yard touchdown in preseason against Green Bay.
Oh, we're going back to preseason.
So-
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what we're
I'm
doing.
gonna, I don't think
you
I'm
know
gonna,
it's doom and gloom. We're like, remember that highlight in the
Yeah.
preseason?
I don't think I'm gonna be.
I think they
touting-
went. They like the Raiders were 4-0, right, or 3-0.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, they won the
4-0.
preseason.
They had 4 games.
Yeah, now they're 0-3.
I think it's going to take me a while to be hyping up any receiving prospects the Niners have, considering who's throwing the ball right now.
Man,
Brock Purdy, baby. Come on.
everybody just can't stand. And I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo.
you
What
love him,
happened?
1 week
What
you
happened?
hate him.
I mean, he wins this week against the Rams.
Love him.
Love him. I mean, but actually, the narrative would be like, Jimmy G gives us the best chance to win right now.
But you saw, I mean,
like it literally just flips.
we saw him. No, I will say this. I stood after that game where Trey gets hurt and then Jimmy came in. It was, look, they won, but not because of Jimmy, not because he's great. And to quote the late, great Denny Green, he is who we thought he was. This is who he is, and he's not going to change. The man, he's 31 years old. He's not going to change as an NFL QB.
I mean, what is it like to be a Niner fan? Just roller coaster of emotions,
Big
right?
time.
Like, well, it's a good thing we still have Jimmy, and now it's like Jimmy's the worst quarterback in the history of the Niners.
Pretty
Not
bad.
good.
He will beat the Rams this week, though. because
And
he knows
then
how to
and then
play
he's
them.
back to being
And he
like,
will beat the Rams.
it's so good that we have Jimmy back.
He will
Like,
be. He will if he beats the Rams. It will be like a 12 for 18 day with 175 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 pick. It'll be the most. It'll be the best version.
Oh, he's
of
not
him
going to
on
beat the
display.
Rams. We're
But
going to
a,
have
but a
pick
win is a
sixes.
win, right?
Pick sixes.
Sure.
He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. That one thing about Jimmy G.
No, I'm saying Stafford's going to throw some pick sixes. That's how
Stafford
we're gonna
does throw a lot of interceptions. He
He
also
does.
throws a lot of touchdowns
He
too.
does.
So I mean, whatever.
win. He is
Old
a modern day
old
Brett Favre.
gunslinger.
Let's talk about this Topps Chrome Logofractors that has hit Topps.com, $49.99. You get 5 regular packs of Topps Chrome Baseball and 2 special Logofractor packs. And we're seeing our first Julio Rodriguez look. So these were on sale in New York at their New York location, retail location, and now available on Topps.com. And I think the Logofractors look pretty cool. I actually really like them. Now, I was expecting a little bit of backlash. I haven't read the comments yet, but I was expecting some backlash on the fact that the people that bought Topps Chrome ahead of time are not, now this is in there. I know it's a different card, but you're getting a Julio chance from these maybe faster than you're going to have the Julio chance at the SP packs. But what do you think, Cody? What do you think of this design? I think the design's really cool.
I really like the design. I feel like it's. I'm actually you were talking about the reaction. Most of the reaction I've seen has been overwhelmingly positive.
That's great.
Because it looks good. It's an interesting chase. It's something like I feel like out of Topps Chrome, like it's something beyond the autos. Like I would like to see next year in Topps Chrome to add this in as your sort of super short print chase of some of these rookies. I think that would really give it a boost beyond just chasing those rookie autos. And in this case, the short print. I know. After everything we just went through,
dude,
maybe
we don't
not.
need another color.
I like this
we don't
one.
need
I don't know if you
another-
can see
on
it.
top
Can
of
you
that,
see
another-
it? Can
we
you
don't
see
need
the
another
logos?
parallel?
I can't see it.
Are those MLB
On
logos?
top,
Yeah,
yes.
look at that.
Those are- yeah. That's
Oh,
Yeah, that's cute.
That's pretty sick.
That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty
cute.
sick.
It's pretty cool.
I
You
will
know,
tell-
is there parallels of those?
I believe there are.
As
Yes.
far as I know.
The reason I say
Too
Cody, that's
much,
never
dude,
going to
too
happen
much.
is
Too
many
because
parallels?
they
Too
want
many
they want to make
parallels.
another SKU. Like it's
Yes,
it's
exactly.
beneficial for Topps.
They're not
to
just
make
gonna-
another Chrome.
We got to move on.
Logofractor.
We got to move on from the parallel era. We just got done talking about this. Is not as popular as it
And
was.
on top of that, it's never
it's
been popular
It's
in
never been
baseball.
popular in baseball.
Yeah, but like that's cool looking.
Yeah, but that's fun.
I usually am on board with you, but I actually think that looks pretty cool.
Okay,
yeah.
so if you are crazy enough to want to collect the full Topps Chrome Rainbow of your player,
Who does that anymore?
now you have
Nobody does that.
how many more parallels to chase?
It's like one guy in the universe that actually does
You
that
know,
now.
it's called a collecting. It's what we're trying to do here.
What is that? Can you explain that? We need an episode on that.
We
We need to just explain
probably
collecting.
we're going back to basics.
Admittedly, yes. If this was just like I said, if this was a like super short print run within Topps Chrome as like a baseball's version of like a color blast hit or something like that, then I would be like, that's awesome, that's super cool. I admit it being like there's parallel versions and there's a whole different SKU of it, and that's is it a little overkill? Sure.
More.
But does the card look objectively cool? Yes. I
Okay,
think it does.
I'll give you that. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Looks nice.
But we need to be responsible with the parallels.
I think Panini should start doing this. I think they should do it with the NFL logo. I think we should do it for basketball as well.
Well,
maybe
you saw the
hockey.
75th anniversary ones, and
Yeah.
they're really popular. The 75th anniversary Prism basketball parallels, those are.
I think
some of the popular
Sapphire
ones.
was getting a little tired. So
I like
now
the-
we've got the logo.
I like the name. Logofractor. Give me
At
that.
first, when I heard it, I thought it was gonna be like 101s or something. You know what I mean?
I thought it was gonna be the team logos. Is what I thought.
that would be cool
That's another
too.
parallel. That's
That'd be
another-
cool. You could
I thought
create,
it was Mariner logos all over that.
create
thing.
that create that one too. You get the. Then you can do.
Listen, man. Topps Chrome is about the autographs, man. These parallels. And these base.
Well,
and these SPs.
apparently it's about the SPs.
Yeah, I'm
Apparently,
confused.
all of a sudden, it went from being about the autographs to being solely about the short prints.
Baseball collectors, please talk to me. Like, what do you like? Are you guys into this? Like, you guys are
Mostly
into
because they
parallels
were
now?
not in the run. That's what changed everybody's opinion. Now
Well,
everybody
don't
wants
take
it.
something away from me that I might have in 1 in 80 cases, dude. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't
What-
take that away from
What
me.
would the outrage be if they were the rookie auto, if the autos were actually missing, not just the S, if the autos of Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt, and these guys,
Outrage.
those were
The world
missing.
would end.
Outrage.
The hobby would
Would
be
it
dead.
be worse than the missing SP? base
100%.
Yes.
It would be.
Not
It would
from
be-
what I kinda, not from what I understand. They want the
No,
SP.
it was going to be bad regardless. You miss anything, like you said, and you were saying the 1 in a million chance.
But the
you get-
autos would be worse,
Get your
though.
Dumb and Dumber on, but
Well,
like
what-
it.
Autos are missing. I honestly feel like that's where it's like, for lack of a better term, heads roll. Like, people get fired over that sort of thing. That is a massive mistake out of like you said, an auto product. A product, that's what people are in it for. You're right.
No, it's about
They're in it
SPs.
for
though.
SPs.
It's not about us.
I mean,
about SPs of CJ.
last week you would think
That's all I got to yell
this
at
product
for.
was solely about SPs.
Well-
With the outrage from like the 5 players not being in there.
Do you think there would be outrage if, like, just say, like, base card number 250 was Daniel Vogelbach and it just didn't get printed? Do you think people would even say anything about it?
I think there would. I think Twitter would be on fire over it.
Like,
I
I'm trying
think
to
I think it
collect
does.
my
I
Mariners
think if
set.
there's anything to complain about, people are going to complain about it. Downer Dan in full effect today.
Speaking of complaining, Brian Gray, Leaf CEO, takes to Twitter and gets a little bit of criticism over his 2022 Leaf Metal Soccer and faces some harsh criticism. Cody, tell us how this went down. I think there's a letter that went out.
I haven't heard of anything. I haven't even seen this product. So
Maybe we could read this letter and digest the letter before we get into some of the criticism.
Yeah, so it came out, a letter came out after Leaf Metal Soccer I guess some issues with the marketplace. Here's what the letter said.
Meaning the product was being sold under cost.
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay, so that's what the issue is.
Greetings all. We have been closely monitoring the activity in the marketplace on 2022 Leaf Metal Soccer Hobby. It's currently being sold by very weak hands below factory cost. We believe most of these weak hands have exited their inventory, and we will be rewarding those who held. With this being said, we know this product will be good. As the young players become the megastars, we know they will. However, we must concede that much like NIL, the consumer doesn't understand the monster value or is too lazy to do the homework. In parentheses, as a side note, these boxes cost us over $300 each to make. There's absolutely zero reason these should trade where they do. Today, we announced a redemption program for the product. Buyers, dealers who open boxes send us the box bottoms for this redemption will receive a very limited sealed box, which features 2 one-of-one Leaf Metal Soccer slab proofs per box, 1 signed and 1 unsigned. It goes on for details like that. It gains traction on Twitter. A guy that I think we actually referenced one of his tweets a couple weeks ago when he talked about the one-of-one Trevor Lawrence's versus one-of-one Tom Brady's and how there's a huge discrepancy. Yeah. Collectibles Guru said, this is, quote, "This is the most unprofessional note ever from Leaf CEO. Unlicensed soccer products with 17 parallels and ugly sticker autos. Stop complaining about lazy customers and look in the mirror."
And I wanted to stop you there because I did want to digest 2 things. I think the very weak hands, I took it as a stock market thing. You got diamond hands and you got paper hands, right? So that's what that is referring to, is that dealers.
Oh, I thought it had to do with actually ripping the packs. These packs are just so hard to open up, and I've been sitting there just struggling. My hands are too weak.
My hands are weak.
That's why we don't. No.
I mean, it's tough. And I looked at. We have 30 boxes, so we got diamond hands.
We got diamond hands.
Yeah,
we're diamond handing it.
We're holding on to it.
I think it maybe has to do with the fact we don't know what to do.
I think we're going to go back about, 8 months? We're going to the moon.
I mean, putting out a soccer product that is, I believe the cost, and according to my inventory system, and don't quote me on this, the cost is $400. The retail is.
We have how many boxes?
30.
Oh.
3 cases.
I didn't
3
know it was
cases.
400.
Yeah, 400. So
ouch.
I think that might be the.
Hopefully that was a typo.
I think that might be the issue. Well, no, he's saying it's costing $300 to make, so that goes in line with cost, right?
Okay.
So, but then calling customers lazy,
product is so good you just don't even get it.
Right.
Yeah.
You just don't even get it.
And you know what? And when you make a product, like he does, I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of pride around it. I'm sure it does have all the big names, to give him credit. It has Ronaldo, it has Messi, it has Pele, it has Holland, it has, all the guys you could imagine being in a set are in there. The price point's kind of high for something that's, that.
And right now, we've been talking about it for the last, 2 months, and I do think this will change when the World Cup, starts going down. But soccer has been soft. The market has been soft on soccer as far as sealed boxes, sealed cases, singles on eBay. It's been soft.
And I think then, like we were just talking about off air, I think this is really going to give the industry a shot. Now, I know we talked about it being slow, but I think with basketball starting and then the World Cup in November, I think there's going to be a lot of buzz around the hobby. I don't know if things will change and going up, but there's definitely going to be people collecting during that time. But I think putting out a product like this at $500, can you blame dealers for selling it under? I mean, if you can't sell it at $500, what do you do? I mean, we're in a situation where
apparently hold on to it like Mojobreak.
Well, I'm saying we're in a situation where we can hold it. But what if a guy's bills are due, his rent's due, you know what I mean? And he's got 2 cases and, he's willing to lose $50 a box. Is that his, I mean, should you know what I mean? Like,
Can't go to the electric company and give him a couple boxes to keep your electric on.
There's something to be said that you have to sell these products at what the market is willing to pay for them, right?
Right.
So that
when did this product come out?
Not sure.
We don't know.
Couple weeks. It's pretty new, I want to say.
Okay.
Right?
A
couple weeks back.
It's been probably about a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
one of those situations. I mean, do you guys think that Brian Gray should have not came out with this note? Obviously, this was an email I think sent to dealers.
I think
it got publicized.
Before we go any further, I think it's worth mentioning how he did sort of dig his heels in here on Twitter. A lot of people were responding, said, with all respect, anyone that knows anything about soccer can look at the checklist and see that this is the greatest soccer checklist of all time. I'm not scared to call a spade a spade. We are giving away $300,000 to support our customers. He goes on. Somebody called out that one of the Lionel Messi Art of Sport cards, the Lionel Messi camp did not like it. He said, we pay for all necessary rights. Keep libeling us, and your rich girlfriend might quit paying for you to act like a big shot, said to somebody. So
Yeah, this is fun.
yeah,
This is fun.
Somebody said you lose your 80% of your money the moment you look at a Leaf product. He says, dumbest post ever. Sorry, but you clearly don't open Leaf. I don't care if you are a troll or a fanboy. I call it like I see it. He did go on to apologize for calling consumers idiots who
My
don't
bad.
know. Yeah, he did post an apology saying I was not referring to consumers when I was saying to his point. I wanted to post to clarify my statement yesterday. When I used the words lazy or not knowledgeable, I was referencing case dumpers primarily, as I don't know why they bought it if they didn't have customers or know the sport. So.
Yeah, that's right. Because the note, like you said, it went out to like dealers and stuff, not to a public forum to where it's talking about customers. So he wasn't necessarily talking about customers. He was saying like these dealers who were selling these products without knowing anything about them is what I'm trying to translate what he's trying to say, like calling them lazy, like because they just dumped the product
but these same dealers would love to sell it for $400 to $500 a box.
Well, and
they would love to sell it for that much.
Yeah.
Well, he did come out.
But if you can't, you can't.
You can't.
Exactly.
But he did realize that the market may be a little weak, and he is coming out with that $100. So everybody that has a box of that can turn in the UPC and get $100 value of the two 101 Leaf slabs, the 101 press proofs, right? So he is adding something extra. So that's what he means when he says $300,000, that they went out of their way to spend $300,000 to make the product
better. How does
better.
that work for somebody who has 30 sealed boxes?
Well, once you open it, you cut out the UPC. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But obviously, Brian Gray is very passionate, and you can see the passion come through. I guess I'd rather have that passion than to just not care. But I also want to see some of these trolls on Twitter. Are they like Leaf's the underdog? Leaf is the underdog. Leaf's the small company involved in this. You've got Fanatics, who's like Walmart, and then you've got Leaf, who's like a mom and pop, right? So like, you can't hate both ways of doing business, right? You could support the underdog, and then you could support. You can't. I don't know. People just troll everybody at this point.
Yeah, but you don't need to come out and say, you as a consumer, and this is what it sounded like, and I know this is not what he meant, but the optics of it look like you, the consumer, don't understand how great this product is.
Yeah.
Like, you are just not knowledgeable about what I'm producing, is what and it's not what he meant, but the optics of it look that way.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
Especially if especially if you are like a customer of maybe there are other products that you like. Maybe you're a Pop Century customer. Maybe you're like a Leaf football or basketball guy.
Yeah, I mean, Leaf Trinity.
And he usually finds a way to balance out cases really well. Like maybe, I don't know, there's probably 4 or 5 case hit guys. Probably every case, and don't quote me on this, is probably going to have one of those main guys in there.
Well, no, like Leaf, if anything, they are the king. Like they are very good at making sure you're getting the big names in every case.
Yeah. Right. I'm saying if it's not, I haven't opened enough or seen enough case breaks to, I would assume between Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, and a few other names, there's probably going to be 1, if not 2 in each case, right?
Oh, absolutely. So if I just have to go based off of what they put out since the last decade of other sport products, they're putting in those big names in every case.
Yeah.
If not twice.
Right. So, and you see that with his football products. You see that with Pop Century. It's all hand-packed, and that's kind of how the MO is. It's a little bit easier to control smaller runs, make sure people get more value and stuff like that. And I know you have your haters on non-license and stuff like that, but that allows him to do things a little bit different. But in terms of soccer, I'm saying right now is probably a good time to buy some singles, good time to buy some wax. Come World Cup time, we don't know who's going to pop. I'm assuming this is going to be Messi's last World Cup, probably Ronaldo's last World Cup. So, we're kind of heading, and we haven't had a major soccer event since, all this went down and this industry boom. So you may see things go bonkers on the soccer market.